Just a little thing here this evening. I got a cold, I gotta power through this. So if I switch from one of my many voices in my head to my street voice, keep listening. I'm Jay Porter. I fight for truth, justice, and the right to wear spandex. Good evening, Tommy T's in Pleasanton. I gotta admit, I'm a little confused up here tonight. I thought I was showing up to audition for a new reality television show, America's Next Great White Rapper Over 60. And you know, I spent 40 years traveling all across the United States working in animal management. That's called construction. And I used humor at work to win friends, influence people, and destroy my enemies. So when I retired, I took up stand-up comedy. I wanted to become an Instagram influencer, but I was simply unwilling to get the boob job. Now, inflation's getting to me a little bit in retirement. I think I need a new gig, so I'm thinking about setting up an OnlyFans site for myself. I want to sell pictures of my feet. That's because there's a lot of sick people who are into S&M. You know what S&M stands for? That's right, sandals and moccasins. So I'm, a beautiful venue here to perform at. Us comedians don't always get to perform at a nice place. A couple of months ago, I'm performing at a bar, and I will say that the interior decorating decor was like a late 20th century methamphetamine. And the bathroom was horrible. If a guy tells you the bathroom is horrible, it's bad. There were flies in the bathroom lined up around the bowl, jumping in and committing suicide. And then I performed at this nightclub in a shady part of Vallejo. And I'm walking in going, yay, verily. Do I walk through the alley in the shadow of the liquor store? I will not fear. Well, I won't fear as much because I have a 5-pound metal selfie stick. So people ask me what I do in retirement to keep busy. So one thing is I have the time to think about thoughts and processes that you don't. One I came up with the other day is, why would you name a condom brand Trojans? Now, when I think about Trojans, I think about a gift entering a gate. There's an army inside of that gift. And that army escapes, and there's chaos and destruction for years. So speaking of chaos and destruction, I have 2 grandsons. The youngest one, he just got out of preschool. He informed me, he said, actually, I am a graduate. Now the older one, he just got out of kindergarten, and he's already looking at career options. He wants to be a seasonal werewolf hunter. Now, and there's some thought processes here because, he realized he can't make a living full-time being a werewolf hunter. So he can have his regular day job and seasonally hunt werewolves. I asked him where he's going to get his gear. He said, Dick's Sporting's good. I'm not going to argue with him. He's a werewolf hunter. I haven't seen any silver axes there, but, that's the way it is. Now, I hate to do it, but I spend a lot of time on social media. I've been on Facebook for 15 freaking years. Yeah. And the last few years, almost all my friend requests have been these very well-endowed 20-something women. And I've sadly learned that they, along with their boobs, are fake. But it's gotten worse. Now I'm getting friend requests from older guys like me. Hi, I'm Bob in Montana. Want to be my friend? America. To which I reply, no, sorry, Bob. You just need to die cold, lonely, and friendless in Montana. And then Instagram. We all go there and we doom scroll too much, but you gotta watch the algorithm. If you watch puppy videos, you get puppy videos. Kitten videos, you get kitten videos. If you watch 400-pound women on stripper pole, don't linger. Don't linger. And then there's an app. The absolute petri dish of stupidity, the gathering point of Karens in your community. Nextdoor. Posts on Nextdoor. Where do you buy toothpaste in Pleasanton? There's a dead bird in the street. There are some suspicious children playing hopscotch in our neighborhood. I have 5 roosters that need rehoming. To which I want to respond, I have 5 cast iron frying pans perfect for rehoming. And the ultimate Nextdoor post, I have dog poop. I have dog poop in my front yard. So, and there's television. That's a real wasteland. Hundreds of channels. You know, what's prime time? Old game shows that reworked from 60 years ago. Game shows that don't even make any sense. Tonight on ABC TV, it's gender hijinks galore on What Pronoun Am I? And then there's reality television. That's really gone downhill. Shows like the 600-pound pitbull popping housewives of Orange County. But the one thing I spend most of my time on, and I wish she was here tonight, is my wife of nearly 42 years. Yeah. People ask, how do you do that? And I said, doesn't it look logical? Can't you imagine me naked? You didn't have to laugh. So anyway, we do things for love for each other. We just got back from a cruise, and every time we go on a cruise or a road trip, I get my wife a bear. Porcelain, glass, metal, jewelry. And we get back home, and there's David Attenborough at the house. There they are, the Porter Bear Preserve. 947 bears on exhibit in their household. But I need to speak to the curator. These pandas and koalas, they're marsupials. They just do not belong. We did a spa treatment for each other a few years ago. And we decided to do something called Asian acupuncture for weight loss. They stuck needles in my head, in my feet, and in my rear. We went back to the room. We had to call the ship's plumber because what they should have called Asian acupuncture for weight loss should have been what it was called in the 1960s, the NASA Poop to the Moon program. We took this cruise, and if you've been with your partner any length of time, there's a banned food list. Things that you're just not going to eat or you're going to sleep on the couch. And when we were on a cruise to Hawaii, my wife looks at the menu and she looks at me and she says, I know you want it, order it. Anthony Bourdain, the late chef Anthony Bourdain's French onion soup. Not a cup, not a bowl, like a tureen. We go back to our room, 200 square foot room, with like a 1/4 inch opening under the front door, the only place for fresh air to go in and out. And I start releasing pyroclastic flows. There are alarms going off at all the volcanoes in Hawaii. And right across the hall, last night of the cruise, was the laundromat. And 2 women were in there, and we heard them say, Marge, do you smell that? Oh my God, a dog's burned out. My wife is sitting in the corner of the room with a towel animal as a gas mask. Like I say, the things you do for love. But I want to finish up here with some more things I thought about. So, thinking in this modern world, where does Superman go to change now? There aren't any phone booths. So where does he go? His local barista at his local coffee shop. And he's going there all the time. And one day he walks in and goes, Mr. Kent, we noticed you changed your urine awful lot. We here at the Totally Woke Coffee Shop want to know that we care about the unhoused in Metropolis. Please take these brochures. And Mr. Kent, we noticed that you come out sometime in a Superman costume. And we just want you to know that on the weekend, we dress up as furries, we cosplay, and we're not going to judge. Think about John freaking Wayne. Can you imagine John Wayne now? Good morning, barista. I'm calling you barista because I don't want to misgender you. My name is John Wayne. My pronouns are the Duke. I'd like a soy latte, please. Please put it in my reusable, environmentally friendly canteen on my side. And then think about the sidekick. These people were always like the first Americans with Disability Act people. They always had a limp. They always had anger management issues. Damn it! Let me get over here! Let me get to my mobility scooter! Now, Snuppy, those Native Americans are causing a fracas. We need to go down to their reservation and have some sensitivity training. Now, Snuppy, you need to get your shotgun out of the middle of that person, the alleged cattle shoplifter's face. We need to have some due process here. If you behave yourself, you can go home and have a guacamole smoothie. And finally, do you realize Elvis would have been 90 years old this year? And I figured out with my thought process what he would do. You wake up shaking in the morning. You wake up shaking at night. You take one of these and one of those, and it feels good from your head to your toes. Take an Elvex. All right. Take an Elvex. Okay. Take an Elvex. You'll feel all right. You take one in the morning, take one at night, and then you're going to feel out of sight. Take an Elvex today. Take an Elvex. Okay. Take an Elvex. You'll feel all right. And don't take it if you're pregnant or breastfeeding either. Don't take it for a good God if you got a fever. An Elvex today. Take an Elvex. Okay. Take an Elvex. You'll feel all right. Ask your doctor about Elvex. Ask if it's right for you. Tell him the king sent you. I'm Jay Porter.